In this lecture, I'm going to briefly talk about some preparation tips for black belt certification. I just want to start by briefly letting you know, which you might already know, that there are broadly two agencies universally doing certifications for Six Sigma. One is IASSC and the other is ASQ. Both these bodies have their own certification exams, and if you are able to appear for those exams, the process for that is available in their own websites. Then you would be able to receive and fulfill their criteria, of course. Then you will be able to receive a certification from them. Now, we also, that is Canopus Business Management Group, also offers black belt, green belt and yellow belt certification, and we have certified many people across. And what we try to do is to leverage and create a universal body of knowledge, which means we look at ASQ, IASSC and other certification bodies and use their body of knowledge to build a comprehensive body of knowledge and use that as a criteria or as a base for our training and for our certification. We'll talk about this, the curriculum and all that stuff a little later. But I want to come back and talk about ASQ and IASSC certification criteria. I'm going to start by talking about IASSC's certification criteria. IASSC's criteria is a little more simple. So you have to clear one exam which has 150 questions, all multiple choice questions for 4 hours. If you clear this exam, you would receive an IASSC black belt certification. More details about this is available on their website. Let's now talk about ASQ. ASQ has 3 important points or criteria for certification. Firstly, you have to appear for an exam. It's again a 4-hour exam and it has 150 questions. Then you have to submit an affidavit as a proof of completing one black belt project. And the third criteria is that you should have 3+ years of relevant work experience. And when I say relevant work experience, full-time experience in Six Sigma deployment. These are the 3 criteria which is used for certification as far as ASQ is concerned. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about the preparation tips for the exam for both these ASQ and IASSC. You should recognize that at a black belt level, mere books may not be sufficient because the questions may be a little complicated, it may be a little twisted. So you need good application knowledge as well. Books are of course good, but there's only so much that you can learn in a book. I'm sure you all appreciate that either through another media such as a video lecture or interactive one-to-one coaching programs, you might be able to learn more when it comes to topics like this which are advanced. So I would encourage you to look for resources which are beyond mere books. And the second point is in a way linked to the first. Focus on hands-on knowledge. Theoretical knowledge helps, but you need to know what it means and how you do it. So the how part is very, very important. What regression means is important. What design of experiment means is important, but how you do it and how you interpret it in a given context is also equally important. Exposure to Minitab, which is the software, is important. I would say Minitab is important not because IASSC or ASQ recommends them, but because it's widely used. There are also other softwares or other options available. There are Excel based options as well. All I would say is be familiar with something, but as far as the industry adoption is concerned, most organizations are using Minitab. So having exposure to Minitab would increase your job prospects if you're looking for an employment kind of an opportunity through this certification. And lastly, the answers to the questions in the exam will be a little bit context based. So you need to understand where it is coming from. So ability to link various concepts is also very important. You cannot see various topics in isolation. For example, measurement system analysis, compare that with, for example, a regression or a process capability, how these are linked, you should know. Should I do a measurement system analysis before I perform a regression? Or let's say, I have already improved my process. Should I again perform measurement system analysis? So linking concepts is also very important when it comes to exams, because the questions might be testing that aspect as well. I spoke about the certification that we offer. I just want to briefly touch upon our certification criteria as well. We have 2 tests that one has to fulfill. The first test would be a Green Belt Book of Knowledge. You could be certified elsewhere, but we want to evaluate what is your Green Belt level knowledge. Then, of course, the Black Belt Book of Knowledge will be tested. The test has 14 questions and 150 minutes. And the questions are split into part A, B and C. C being difficult, B being moderate and A being easy. In addition to that, you will have to complete one project, and if you don't have a project, then you could consider submitting artifacts or proofs of having applied some of these concepts, even if it's not packaged in the form of a project. So broadly, these are the 2 criteria for certification as far as we are concerned. So with that note, I'm going to wish you all the best, and I'm also going to let you know that we have a Black Belt certification course in this same platform, and you would be able to use or leverage that course as well if you are preparing for Black Belt certification. I would leave some details about it in the resources. Thank you.